Yeah, as you can see, focused and ready. It's the winning dressing room right here.
Regular fight fans, they have no clue who the hell Josh Padley is, and the fact that he beat Mark Chamberlain, they're not gonna care at all. That means absolutely nothing to them. But this is the news. It is unfortunate, but this is the news we are forced to accept.
Yeah, soaked it all up. Felt like a bit of a celebrity for 8 weeks, and obviously the couple of weeks after the fight, and then reality set back in. Obviously back to work, doing the day job, back being Sparky, and fast forward to now. It's
Ranked 12th by the World Boxing Council, Padley got there after scoring an upset win against Mark Chamberlain. The Doncaster-born fighter, who also works as an electrician, competes in his first world title fight, skipping the standard route of facing top contenders and going straight for potential glory. Stevenson is a 3-division champion. The 27-year-old competed in his last top-ranked fight a few months ago, beating Artem Harutyunyan. Quickly adjusting to the situation, Stevenson is ready to put on a show for his fans and detractors.
Something in my brain that told me I don't think they're going to show up.
I interviewed him at 5 p.m. yesterday, and I got a shock when he wasn't at the press conference.
Yeah, you interviewed him at 5 p.m. yesterday. He was okay, just fine, right?
Yeah, he was about to train, and you...
I watched one round of him fighting. I'm in shape, Stevenson said on Fight Hub TV via Bad Left Hook. They could have sent anybody. They could have said Lomachenko, let's fight. I'd have said, let's do it. I know when I'm at my best, I can beat anybody at their best. So I'm the best in boxing, and I'm gonna show y'all. Shakur Stevenson is as technical as they come. However, he is not the most active fighter when it comes to throwing punches. Stevenson picks and chooses his shots and focuses on mastering his movement and defense.
Of him, do you know?
I watched one round, but like I said on the stage, they could have said, yo, let's fight Lomachenko Saturday. Let's fight the best fighter in the world.
Stevenson lands his shots at a fairly good rate when he throws and is a master at limiting his opponent's shots. He is considered the future of boxing for a reason. Padley, on the other hand, put down Mark Chamberlain in his previous fight before earning a decision. He was also an underdog in that contest. That said, Stevenson is on a different level than Chamberlain, and Padley would need to do something exceptional to have the same fate against the World Boxing Council lightweight champion. It's a fight where Stevenson has nothing to gain and everything to lose. Padley's situation is the complete opposite.
I'll be able to do to him, and I'm sure he's stuff that he's got a quick look at me, and Saturday night we'll see how that gets on.
Would you reckon this fight week is, and I know this is obviously a question for him and his team, but thought that they'd probably answer it honestly, but what do you think this fight week has done to him? Because
that could make Stevenson more cautious, taking an early finish out of the equation. Rather, Stevenson might accumulate his shots over the rounds before eventually earning a 10th round technical knockout stoppage win. Padley had been on the tools on Tuesday morning. He didn't know it then, but in the next 24 hours, he would be in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, preparing for the opportunity to become a world champion. I'd been at work that morning, done a bit of training. I just put the tee on with my fiancée, Padley told ESPN in Riyadh.
Because there's always the rumour a winner stays on, so I were always thinking, well, I've won, why haven't I stayed on? But I mean, it's played off now, and winner has stayed on, and here I am.
The challenge of Shakur Stevenson, Josh, you don't need me to tell you about how difficult of a night will be ahead for you.
I was just about to eat, so that meal got skipped because I had to do a check weight. I had to jump through a few hoops in that to get here, but I wouldn't have it any other way. It was a standard week working the day job. Obviously, I was still training in boxing because that is what I live and breathe. Tuesday night, the dream phone call would come in, a world title shot. Shakur Stevenson on late notice, can you do it? I went, yes, please. It is a testament to Padley's commitment to the sport that he was still in shape and at a suitable weight to make the fight on 3 days' notice.
Yourself, what's the plan? You've got 4 days to prepare for the biggest fight in your career. How do you go about trying to upset the odds and what many say could be the biggest upset in the history of the sport if you were to pull it off?
That's what I'm coming to do, is upset. I mean, look.
Fighting Stevenson, a slick southpaw from Newark, New Jersey, is a difficult challenge to undertake, even with the benefit of a full 6-week training camp. To come in with about 4 days' notice, without any time to have a proper sparring session to get your timing right, is an incredible task. So there is a reason why Stevenson, who is 22, 0 is a favorite according to DraftKings, while Padley, who is 15, 0 is an underdog. But when money isn't an issue and a loss isn't likely to get you blacklisted, it seems it was worth it for the 29-year-old from Doncaster to take the phrase, daring to be great, to a new level. The biggest question boxing fans have likely had going into this fight has probably been, who is Josh Padley? Gray Johnson, the chief marketing officer and an editor for BoxRec, told Boxing Scene that Padley's page has seen a huge jump in traffic, with over 60,000 visits over the past 72 hours as of Friday afternoon.
Luckily enough, Mark's camp, another southpaw, so it's not going to be too fresh. We've stayed in the gym. When we're in the gym, we do southpaw work and orthodox work to make sure that obviously we're prepared.
Luckily for Padley, he has had some experience of fighting southpaws. His highest profile win came in his past fight, a unanimous decision over the previously unbeaten Mark Chamberlain in September. In that fight, Padley showcased his grit and even uncharacteristic punching power, dropping Chamberlain with a left hook in the 8th round. Stevenson, a 3-division champion who is perhaps the best defensive boxer in the sport, is a different beast to Chamberlain. Stevenson is looking for a fresh start under new promoter Matchroom after splitting with Top Rank, which had prompted him since he turned pro after earning a silver medal at the 2016 Olympics. The fight with Floyd Schofield looked to be the right matchup to take interest in his career to a new level.
Prepared for anything because we didn't know what were coming. So we've done about an hour's preparation in gym today for Shakur Stevenson, a pound-for-pound fighter. So Saturday night you'll see that hour's preparation go to work.
How's your mindset in that front men in terms?
The two have what seems like genuine animosity and disdain, making Stevenson-Schofield the sleeper pick for the fight to get excited about. Instead, Schofield withdrew amid a series of bizarre poisoning claims which have since been deleted from Schofield's Twitter account. If there is anything that could redeem Schofield after this series of events, it was Daniel Dubois's withdrawal on Thursday due to a viral infection, which has taken the pressure off of Schofield somewhat. What happens when the bell rings? A new opponent is also an adjustment for the other boxer, as Stevenson will have to discard much of his strategy and take a look at what he has in front of him.
They said, do you want to fight Shakur Stevenson?
yeah, it's what dreams are made of. Obviously, this is what you're getting for boxing for. World title shot, pinnacle of the sport. I'm going to grab it with both hands.
That process could take several rounds as Stevenson looks to figure out just what Padley has to offer. Logic would lead one to assume that the fighter who has had a chance to properly condition themselves for a 12-round bout will be the stronger fighter down the stretch, particularly given the fact that Padley has never fought in a scheduled 12-rounder. Couple that with the fact that Padley isn't considered a big puncher, and it's hard to figure out what a path to victory for him looks like. The mission remains the same for Stevenson: win impressively and establish yourself as someone who is ready for the mega fights against the likes of Gervonta Davis, Vasily Lomachenko, or whoever would be the best available challenges.
At the weigh-in, what was your message to him there?
I told him I'm gonna beat his ass. It's a lot of energy going on there. He got a lot of energy, so let's settle it in the ring.
It's been a long week for you. I mean, how often during this week did you wonder if you were going to be able to fight at all?
It was a couple of times.
For Padley, he's in somewhat of a no-lose situation. He's undoubtedly making the biggest purse of his career, getting the world title opportunity that very few will ever see, and now will have the biggest power brokers in the sport owing him one for saving one of the fights on the Beterbiev-Bivol 2 card. Even should he lose, it won't be the last we'll have seen for Padley. In fact, it'll probably be the first most have seen of him. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.